welcome back to RC 101 with the Taoist Flyer. Today we're going to take a look at the Hover Assault from Air Hogs. It's a combination of a lot of the helicopters Air Hogs has on the market with a few new twists. The most obvious feature is the giant set of wheels that make it look like some sort of all-terrain vehicle from Mad Max. And with its stylish canopy and its 4 missile launchers, it's a very imposing looking machine. The wheels aren't actually hooked up to any motors or anything like that. They just spin freely. It's the air from the rotors that push and turn the vehicle on the ground and in the air. When you're driving on the ground and want to turn, what happens is one set of rotors slows down, which changes the amount of torque on the vehicle, and this is what causes it to turn. It's the same principle that's used during flight to spin the aircraft. The rotors operate at a limited speed on the ground and high speed in the air. The rear wheels are spring-loaded and swivel back and forth freely to help you turn, and there's a jump button on the transmitter that gives a short burst of speed to the rotors, causing the vehicle to fly up about a foot and then land. If you press the button quickly, you jump. If you hold the button down for a few seconds, you switch to flight mode, and you switch back to car mode if you land. It's a little frustrating at times, but with enough space and practice, you can do some decent jumps. When you're driving, you need a lot of space because the turn radius is very large and it can't go in reverse. Sometimes you can do quick jump turns, but they do take some practice. One helpful hint is it's a good idea to fly the aircraft and trim it in the air before driving it on the ground because it's hard to trim while driving and get good results. Although it looks heavy, it's actually made of very lightweight materials, and it has a new, stronger rotor system that keeps it in the air. It also has 4 missile pods that shoot classic spring-loaded missiles, but it uses futuristic shape memory alloy wires or muscle wires to activate the cannons. Basically, muscle wires are lightweight wires that contract when heated. They're placed around the spring-loaded firing pin and contract when you press the upper right button on the transmitter. They work great and are very light and easy to use, and it's always nice to have some muscle wire laying around. When it comes to flight, it can fly, but I had trouble keeping it stable and getting it trimmed. Obviously, the weight changes when you fire the missiles, so you get a longer flight if you shoot them early on, but for me, it seemed a little hard to steer. An onboard gyro would have been nice. One thing that I would have really liked to see included with this aircraft is a USB charger. I love to use rechargeable batteries, but this aircraft needs a lot of voltage to recharge, and it charges exclusively through the transmitter. Air Hogs uses really nice batteries in their aircraft, but the transmitter wants more voltage than most rechargeable batteries put out. Usually, rechargeable batteries are only about 1.2 volts, unlike disposable NiCad batteries that are usually about 1.5 volts. A USB charger would be a nice solution, and it would save a lot of batteries. Altogether, my favorite thing about this helicopter is the missile launching technology and the overall look and engineering that went into the aircraft. It was very well sculpted and it's very lightweight, but it did seem a little unstable in the air to me at random times. I do definitely want to thank Air Hogs for letting us test out the new Hover Assault. If you have a chance, check it out at your local toy store for about $49.99, and remember to stay tuned for more RC 101 with the Taoist Flyer.